Obscure Fire is a third full-length album from Chelyabinsk, Ukraine-based stoner doom metal band, Megalith Levitation, and let's call them a psychedelic doom metal band with some exaggerated features, something that is very much in the along the lines of the innovations that bands like Sleep brought, but also their own sort of monastic occult quality, which you'll find in everything from Saturnalia Temple to even Dark Buddha Rising in terms of how they develop a longer form song. Now, this band started out playing much longer songs that were, they were putting out records. Their first record was over an hour, and they kind of been cutting it down with each one. So I think they got it right with Void Psalms back in 2021. I was a big fan of that record, and now this record gets to the point a bit quicker. It's a little bit more effective, and it loses some of the sort of grungy mystery of the past releases, but it also hones into a better listen. So we'll jump into a small bit of it, but this is longer form music, so a 15-second clip won't fully get you there. So when I call something psychedelic, especially psychedelic doom metal, what I more clearly am meaning to convey is that these are drug influenced or drug worshipping ideas, and or they have arisen from the intake of acid. So they do specifically call themselves lysergic doom metal. So that is. You're not going to get quite as lost and immersed in these songs. I think they're much more directed than in the past. So that's kind of the big note for this record. I don't think that there's going to be a lot of surprises for people who kind of skim the surface level here. I think that the big thing that Megalith Levitation have always done is insert tuneful moments into these longer form kind of jammed feeling songs. And now that they've honed them down, it just makes for a better stoner doom metal song. And so it lines up pretty well with what I like about something that is a little bit foreboding and ominous in the doom spectrum, but is also a little bit free thinking, a little bit free moving, and can flow together pretty seamlessly from song to song. And that's the major appeal of side A. It kind of gets there completely throughout that full side with no real intermission between songs. And the second half doesn't quite repeat that magic, but it fills out the rest of the album in a satisfying way that makes for a good listen. So for my taste, it was pretty strong. It does get a high recommendation from me. I'm pretty familiar with the band, and I knew what to expect. So maybe I've built up that sort of fealty to their sound, and I appreciate the way they've honed it. But it would be helpful if you went back and listened to their last two records and got an idea of how they've evolved. And maybe one of those records was even more to your taste. So go check that out. Go check this out, and go read the review for more details.